The World Cup, an event every 4 years in which 32 countries compete to become world champions, has been around since the 1930s and has evolved into the international sporting event we know today. But while you might be familiar with some of the facts about the World Cup, chances are you don't know everything there is to know about this iconic competition. Here are 10 incredible facts about the World Cup that you might not have known about until now. 1. The first ever World Cup was held in 1930. It was held in Uruguay, but it wasn't until 20 years later that the competition became a yearly event. It's been held every 4 years since then and has only been cancelled twice, 1942 and 1946, due to World War II. 2. The first country to win the World Cup was Uruguay in 1930. That year, there were only 13 teams competing for the trophy. Uruguay defeated Argentina 42 in Montevideo, Uruguay. The first FIFA World Cup was played in 1930 and every 4 years until 1954, when it became an annual event.
For the very first time!
3. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar will be the first ever World Cup to be held in the Middle East. The games will be played from November 21, 2022 to December 18, 2022, and it is set to take place at 4 stadiums: Al Wakra Stadium, Lusail Stadium, Doha Port Stadium, and Qatar Foundation Stadium. The country of Qatar has never won a game at a FIFA-sanctioned event before this, so this is a huge deal for them. 4. The prize for winning the World Cup. The winner of the World Cup receives the FIFA World Cup trophy, which is made of gold and stands 36.8 centimeters tall. In addition to being awarded a trophy, every player on their national team also gets $30,000 for making it to the final tournament. 5. The FIFA World Cup is the most widely watched sporting event in the world, with a combined audience of over 3 billion people. It's also known as soccer to Americans. The first World Cup, which was held in Uruguay in 1930 and featured only 13 teams from 4 continents. Today, it features 32 teams from 6 continental confederations and spans an entire month. 6. The top-performing country to win a World Cup. Brazil has won the most World Cups, with 5 wins. They are followed by Italy and Germany with 4. Germany's win in 2014 was its first since 1990. Brazil's wins have all come in just about 20 years, from 1958 to 1970. The only other country to have as many as 3 wins is Uruguay, which won consecutively from 1930 to 1950. 7. The current holders of the World Cup. The current holders of the World Cup are France. The France national football team won their 2nd World Cup title by defeating Croatia in 2018. 8. The most expensive World Cup ever. The 2014 World Cup in Brazil was the most expensive World Cup ever, costing an estimated $14 billion. The country spent about $3.2 billion on stadiums, which is more than any other host nation has ever spent on stadiums for a single event. 9. The most watched World Cup ever. The 2018 World Cup in Russia was expected to be the most watched World Cup ever, with an estimated 3.2 billion people tuning in. 10. The youngest and oldest players that won a World Cup. The youngest player to ever win a World Cup is Nuno Gomes, who was only 19 years old when Portugal won the European Championship in France in 2000. The oldest player to ever win a World Cup is Roger Milla, who was 42 years old when Cameroon won the African Cup of Nations in 1990. 11. Maradona's The Hand of God goal. The most memorable goal in World War II was without a doubt the Hand of God goal by Diego Maradona. On June 22, 1986, Maradona scored a goal with his left hand that many people believed to have been an intentional act of cheating to secure victory for Argentina in the quarterfinals of the tournament against England. The game ended 21 and Argentina went on to win its 2nd World Cup title. 12. Where will the next World Cup be held? Since the FIFA World Cup has historically been conducted every 4 years, the following competition will take place in 2026. The USA, Canada, and Mexico will host the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Since Japan and South Korea jointly hosted in 2002, this will be the first World Cup to be held there. FIFA will increase the field from the present 32 teams to 48 teams for the 2026 World Cup, which will mark the most recent enlargement. Hope you learned something new from this video. If so, please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this.